Hey you guys, it's Tanya. What's going on? The title of this video is what is a big chop and why do we do it? So I got a message in my inbox and someone was asking me what was a big chop and do they have to do it because they never did it. So I'll answer the first question first. A big chop is where you have hair and you cut it all off. So your hair could be, down your back, or it could be to your chin, or it could be, this long already. And for whatever reason, you cut it all off. Now, there are several reasons why we do a big chop. Here's one. You are relaxed and you want to be natural, which means you want to be non-relaxed. You want no chemicals in your hair. So, you can either transition, which means you can grow your hair out, and as the hair grows, you just every month snip off a little bit more of the relaxed hair until eventually you have no relaxed hair and just all natural hair. That's one way. Or you could just decide, you know what, I'm going to cut off all the relaxed hair and just have the natural hair. That's a big chop. Or you could already be natural but have a whole head of hair that's been colored and damaged or not damaged, or you could have hair that's not colored but damaged and you just cut it all off and start anew. So basically a big chop is a way of just kind of starting anew with your hair and your hair journey. People do this because one of, I think, the most typical reasons why people do big chops is because if you have naturally curly hair and most of it's been relaxed or a portion has been relaxed, trying to take care of two different hair types on the same head is very difficult because relaxed hair has already been broken down chemically. So your natural hair is a lot thicker, it's a lot stronger, it needs more moisture. So trying to keep the natural hair moist but not do that to the relaxed hair won't work, because moisture to relaxed hair does what? It gets away, it makes it stop being straight, right? It loses the curl pattern, your hair is limp, it has no luster. Your top of the hair might need more oil, whereas too much oil, the same amount of oil on the top part of your hair will make the relaxed hair totally stringy and greasy looking. So there it is. Also, if you want to do dreadlocks, if you want to start locking your hair, you're going to have to do a big chop because the hair that's longer is not going to lock because it's been trained not to lock, and you have to train your hair to lock. So, what else? I think a good reason for doing the big chop is when you cut off all your hair, especially if you've been relaxed. Like I was relaxed for over 10 years. So me trying to do my hair that was partially relaxed and partially natural was disturbing my calm. I no longer knew how to do my hair. I've been going to a stylist every week for 10 years. So I no longer knew how to take care of my hair. So by me cutting off all my hair, as my hair grew out, I grew, and my skills of taking care of my hair grew also. And I also did lots of research prior to cutting my hair off, so I knew how to take care of it. I knew my hair needed moisture, which is water, and I knew my hair needed something after I applied water to it to lock in the moisture, which is an oil. So that's basically the gist of taking care of natural hair. That's just the very, very, very basics. So I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it some more. Why did I do a big chop? Well, my hair was down to my bust line, okay? It was a little bit, it was shorter in the front, but longer in the back, and my hair just started breaking off so bad when I decided to go natural, because my hair is so strong and thick and coarse, and that relaxed hair was so weak and fine because it had been broken down and thinned out over the months, years, whatever, being relaxed. So whenever I would just even comb my hair to wrap it, when I was relaxed and transitioning, I would just be pulling out globs of hair because it was just, my hair was just too strong. So where the relaxed part met with the natural part, it just kept on snapping off. So I finally said, F it, and cut it off. But there's a lot of things that I went through before I cut my hair off. I cut my hair in April of 2010. Now, you know, everybody has the reasons for this journey, and me, I just had to start anew. Around December of 2010, well, actually, it was actually before then. I would say around August of 2009 is when my world just got totally shook to the foundation. The guy that I love with all my heart, who I naively thought that one day I would marry him if I just waited and was patient, finally let me know that I was not the one and that he would never marry me. And basically that I was one of 3 girls that if he could put them together and morph them into one girl, they'd be the perfect girl. Yeah, that happened. That conversation happened in 2009. So that was issue number 1. The same year, I find out something that changes the whole dynamics of my family makeup. And I'm surprised I didn't have a nervous breakdown. So my family makeup changed. I'll leave it at that. And that was number 2. My job was number 3. Oh, there's more. And then one of my best friends, who I've been friends with since 7th grade, I finally just had it up to here. You know, at some point you have to grow up. At some point you have to quit blaming other people for your failures, and you have to take responsibility. And you know, you can say that a man caused you to be the way you are and broke you down, and you know, the reason why my life sucks because this man made me think I wasn't shit. You can do all that, but at some point you have got to say, you know what, I'm taking back my life. I'm taking back who I am, and forget that person, whoever, whether it be my mother, whether it be my boyfriend, whether it be my job. I'm taking back the power from you guys. And this person could not do that. And I was changing. I could see myself being an angrier person and an unhappy person, and just I was just done. And then my family, on my mother's side, who I'm really close with, were just driving me crazy also, but in different ways, because I love them to death, but it is what it is. So I think honestly, I had a baby meltdown. So January the 1st, I cut all my hair off. No, January the 1st, I cut part of my hair off, and then April the 19th, I cut all my hair off, and had one of my besties, who I love to death, my girl Marcia, help me cut my hair off. But you know, I was just tired of being the victim. I was tired of just not being happy with myself and my life and everything that was happening, and I had no control. So this was a way for me to get control. By me cutting off my hair, which I was known for, I mean, you don't understand. I have been known for the girl with the pretty hair all my life. Even growing up, you know, my grandmother on my mom's side would say things like, you know, you're brown skinned, but you have the prettiest hair of all the grandkids. Okay, so it was like, well, you know what, I'm brown skinned, damn, but at least I have pretty hair, so that makes me okay. That makes me just as good as my cousins because I had the pretty hair, even though they're light skinned, or, you know, one's really, really smart, and I'll never be as smart as she is. But anywho, so I cut all that away. You guys, I cannot tell you how much my life changed after I cut my hair, and it was all for the best. I mean, my job got better, and I think it was because my attitude was better. I started loving me and myself, so I started loving my job, and I started putting my 100% into my job. I didn't care about my hair anymore because so since I wasn't worried about my hair, I started working out more. And I stopped caring. It's so crazy, but the things that people started thinking, I stopped caring. And it was all about me and caring about myself and putting my needs first and my wants first. And so my life has just been a lot happier since I cut all my hair off. I know that sounds crazy. And now when I look in the mirror, it seems weird when I have straight hair because I love my curly hair. I just love the way it feels. It makes me feel strong, and it's like, to me, my hair is happier. This is a more approachable, happier, less serious Tanya. So that's it. And this is one of those issues where we start off with one video, which is why you do a big chop, and it kind of ends up like, okay, this is why I did the big chop, and this is what this has done for me. Is this going to work for you? I don't know. It depends on where you are in your life, but I'm very happy I did the big chop, because another thing is I learned how to do my hair without being overwhelmed by all this hair. I mean, if I had transitioned, I would have been a slave to a stylist, and I would have been paying probably $70 a week to get my hair done by a stylist. Whereas because I did the big chop, I learned how to do all the coils, the two-strand twists, the braids, all as my hair was growing out. So I learned how to do that myself. So I don't have to pay someone to do my hair. I can do it myself. Sometimes I get my hair done as a treat, but not because I have to, but because I want to. So that's it. Just wanted to let you guys know why people big chop. And again, everybody has their own story to tell. So I definitely, and here's the thing about us naturals. We love talking and we love sharing. So if you ever see a natural that you totally adore from afar, like at Whole Foods or Target or just walking down the street, stop and talk to them. We totally love that. We do, and you will too. So if you're thinking about being natural and you have questions, you know, write me. Or if you're already natural but don't know what to do, write me. So that's it, you guys. Take care and have an awesome evening. Bye.